Hi everyone, I'm Austin, the Portfolio Manager of Armytage. Welcome to this week's edition of Armytage Money Talks. Today we have with us Lee Efrate, the Chairman and Portfolio Manager of Armytage. We just finished our weekly ICM and here are some of the key thoughts that we had. So Commonwealth Bank just released their quarterlies. So what are some of the key issues here?
Well, the CBA did surprise sadly on the downside. The market darling has been sold off about 6-7%, and the main reason was that its net interest margin was well below expectation. The market was looking at about 2.2, 2.3, came in well below 2. And the major factor is the substantial increase in competition driven by the other three and also the smaller banks and also the non-bank lenders. But it's a savoury reminder that it's a very, very competitive market out there, and when the CBA could come out and be adjusted downwards as hard as this, and for the reasons that were behind it were pretty well covered by the bank. Certainly, the market didn't expect this, and hence the result. What we've subsequently been doing is reducing our weighting in the banks. They currently represent about 32% of the top 100. So we're sitting at below 30, and we'll probably stay that way for the foreseeable future well into 2022, Austin. But right. A bit of a shock there for the market.
It is. So today we also discussed about Ramsay Healthcare and how pent-up demand for elective surgery is going to affect its share price and profitability in the future.
Look, Ramsay is probably one of the understated recovery stories from COVID. The pent-up demand, as Austin has just said, in elective surgery is substantial. The other major thing that's running around the marketplace at the moment is the potential, and this has been on the cards for a while, the separation of the hospitals from the operation. If this was to come through, which a lot of market speculation is that it's potential now, you could see the stock re-rate to well over $100. We've been accumulating the stock well below the 60 to 62 level, not in expectation of the property, but in expectation of the re-rating from elective surgery. So it's doing very well, and long may it last, Austin.
Yeah, last trade is 68 and a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been good.
And just on the topic of earnings revision, we've been discussing a little bit about how some of these companies might benefit from the reopening of the economy, post the COVID and lockdowns and restrictions and stuff like that.
So we put this basket of stocks, we called them the earnings revision stories for 2022. The half-yearly results will be out in early February. So what we're looking to do is identify stocks that will have the earnings revisions that'll report in February. The ones that stand out, the obvious ones are Endeavour, the owner and operator of Dan's and Dan Murphy's, BWS and the hotels across Australia. Along that line also will be the retailers, Coles and Woolies, and then even Metcash you can bring into that equation. They're talking a major Christmas period. Yeah. So spend, and we're expecting earnings revisions from those three. The other ones also that we're anticipating an earnings revision on the upside would be Treasury Wines. They've managed to get over their hiccup with selling into China and Korea, and other Asian countries have stepped into the breach beautifully there. So we also anticipate a solid revision there. We've got a good holding in Treasury across the book, and expecting good things there. Yeah. Others also, probably more on the travel thematic, Austin, would be Crown, now that it's gone past its nadir, and certainly Star, but these are related to the travel. They're not everybody's cup of tea, but we're here to look for potential earnings revisions, and there's certainly a good chance that those ones could deliver for us.
Yeah, and one of the stocks in the small cap space that I follow is Viva Leisure, which owns and operates the gym and franchise around Australia, which basically last year they had 2 out of 12 months that had no restrictions or shutdowns across the states. So they probably will benefit so much from the reopening, and once we hit 90% vax.
And it's been doing very well for you.
Yeah, it has done really well for us.
And on that note, we'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
Stay well. Bye for now.